Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in this episode, I'm going to discuss a certain nutrient that you may be missing from your diet that's ruining your sleep. And why? This is because I've had an interesting discussion from an individual from Spain. He'd recommended, I bring it up on the podcast and it's great. I love this. You guys are listening to Acupuncture is My Life. You're downloading the app. You're communicating with acupuncturists here at Acupuncture is My Life. And if you don't already have the app, download it. It's free at your app store. So many benefits to owning the Acupuncture is My Life app. But there are individuals who were shocked when I would reveal to them after doing an assessment. And this is why it's important to see an acupuncturist, because everyone's different. Because you're getting a bad night's sleep doesn't mean go take melatonin. Everyone should take some melatonin supplements or some type of sleep aid over the counter. No. Acupuncturists view everyone's constitution as unique. We're born with different excesses and deficiencies from the next person. So what's causing you to not get a good night's sleep may not be causing someone else to get a good night's sleep. It's just the same as if you're diabetic or hypertensive. Your trigger for these disorders may be different from someone else. Well, it usually is from someone else's. And that even falls along with sleep as well. But there are individuals who do not realize that they're lacking of a certain nutrient as an indicator as to why they're not getting a peaceful or restful night's sleep. And missing this nutrient from their diet is what's waking them up several times at night. And guess what this is? Fiber. And the question that would follow when they would realize, or I would state to them that it was fiber, I would go into deep explanation. Let's just say I can't get into their cases for legal reasons, personal reasons, and I just don't do that anyway. But I'll say constipation. Many individuals are unaware that constipation, being constipated, can cause, is serving as a cause for nocturia. Now, nocturia is considered a medical condition where you need to use the bathroom at night. You wake up just to use the bathroom. But you see, constipation, what happens here is the buildup of fecal matter in your intestines tends to press against your bladder, especially when you're lying down. And it gives you this urgency, this strong urgency to wake up and go to the bathroom. Now, even outside of patients, I've recommended this to individuals just in general. And did an Eastern nutrition consultation, adjusted their diet, added fiber, huge change after 1 week. You see, many of us are walking around here eating these processed foods, these foods that lack fiber, along with other important nutrients. And it's causing a myriad of problems. And this is why it's important to see an acupuncturist, because, undergoing an Eastern nutrition consultation will change your life. Because fiber as a nutrient nourishes chi. And there are some individuals whose large intestine becomes chi deficient. And to an acupuncturist, they could suffer from lung chi deficiency that can cause constipation. Why is that? And I know many of you are shocked to hear that. And this is why it's important to see an acupuncturist. Because lung and large intestine have a yin and yang relationship to them. And yin is required to nourish yang. And when yin becomes deficient, which in this case is the lung, it can't nourish the large intestine, which is a yang organ. But see, if you sit with an acupuncturist, they'll go well into detail in explaining that to you. But in an Eastern nutrition consultation, to nourish large intestine chi, they also would be, along with abdominal acupuncture, fiber-rich foods to move chi in the large intestine would be recommended. Because fiber is needed to maintain good quality digestive health, especially as we get older. And along with the many reasons why we're not getting enough of this nutrient, this important nutrient, is because of our diet's loaded with processed foods. And many individuals are unaware that fiber plays a part in you getting a good night's sleep, outside of, the point of constipation, where now this fecal matter buildup is pressing against your bladder when you're sleeping. Fiber has so many health benefits, from maintaining awesome gut microbiome to a strong cardiovascular system. So simply seeing an acupuncturist, a little abdominal acupuncture. Some cases it just may require the gates being open, depending on which gates need to be open. It depends. Everyone's different. You need to go in and be assessed. But Eastern nutrition consultation, recommendations for fiber-rich foods that support and nourish chi. And some may be wondering, what are fiber-rich foods? Whole grains. There's certain types of fruits and vegetables. Okay. See, I'm also asked a lot, how do I know if I'm constipated? Interesting question. And believe it or not, there are many individuals globally who have no clue as to whether they're constipated or not. In my professional opinion, if you're eating 3 square meals a day, you should be moving your bowels 3 times a day. There are individuals they'll move their bowels in the morning and they'll feel that they're good. And they're only moving their bowels once a day. And no, you're constipated. There are those that accept moving their bowels every other day or every 2 days. No, you're constipated. See an acupuncturist right away. Because it's more than just food. And some will add, and we'll recommend, like, an acupuncturist may recommend, like, include apples or raspberries or broccoli or carrots. Because these are fiber-rich foods, among others, and whole grains. But you know what else? Lack of exercise. Exercise is so important. And I stress this over and over and over and over. Lack of exercise plays a part in increasing your frequency of bowel movements. I mean, lack of means decreasing, You want to increase bowel movements, exercise, and drink plenty of water. You'll notice a change. And then there are those that have been prescribed medications by their physician and are unaware of some of the side effects, which can be constipation. Sit with an acupuncturist. And I say this over and over, along with seeing a physician on an annual basis, doing your annual checkups. Make regular wellness visits with an acupuncturist, because they'll even explain to you how fiber is super, super important for overall gastrointestinal function. It decreases your risk of coronary heart disease. It can reduce your blood pressure, better glycemic control as well. You have to understand something. Health is wealth. The wealth is in you. The wealth, it's not in an app on your phone or in the stock market. It's not in the safe or in the bank. It's not in your pocket. It's not in your purse. It's not under your mattress or under the doghouse in the backyard. And it's not in the shoebox in the closet. The wealth is in you. And I take it that's why you listen to Acupuncture's My Life podcasts. But you want to know something? Nocturia, getting up at night to use the bathroom several times, can also be an indicator of other health problems such as heart disease or diabetes as well. Keep that in mind. Annual checkups with a physician can answer that. And a wellness visit with an acupuncturist can tell you if you're suffering from a serious health problem or not. And nocturia is just a symptom of that problem. Like, let's say some individuals will feel, well, maybe it's because I'm drinking water or having tea or whatever too close to bedtime. And then, I'd recommend, all right, let's cut back. Let's stop drinking liquids. Let's say 2 hours, 2.5 hours before bed. And they're still struggling with this condition. That can be a sign that it's related to other health problems. Now, to an acupuncturist, one of them could be kidney qi deficiency. There's a deficiency pattern somewhere in the kidney meridian or even the bladder meridian. Can be. Also, it can be a sign generally of a bladder infection or urinary tract infection or an enlarged or infected prostate, kidney infection, diabetes, overactive bladder, congestive heart failure. It can be tied to those health problems. If you find yourself waking up several times a night, like once in a blue, it happens. I get a lot of my patients into drinking water, focusing on water. Get rid of the soda, coffee, and so forth, and focus on water. And sometimes individuals will set quotas. I gotta, meet this amount up, but it's time for me to go to bed. Let me just do a few more ounces to say I met, what was recommended, and then I'll go to sleep. And yeah, you're gonna wake up at night. You may. Good chance. Especially if you're of an older age. So keep that in the back of your head. But it's just so important to see an acupuncturist and simply make acupuncture a part of your life. But if you find yourself faced with waking up several times a night to urinate and go back to bed, don't overlook that. Don't just let that pass and say, oh, yeah, I usually get up around 2-3 times a night. I usually fall right back to sleep, though. Okay, your sleep is not quality sleep at that point. There are different stages of sleep you need to get to really cleanse, to really get that good detox. And if you're waking up periodically to urinate, there's problems. There's even proteins in the brain that need to clear out while you're asleep. And many, many individuals globally are unaware of that. And if you don't get a good night's sleep or reach a certain stage, then there's problems. It's going to affect your thought processes, your overall health. Then there's problems. And you don't want that. Suffering from a sleep disorder, mental and emotional disorder, or some type of stomach issue or constipation or what have you, diabetes, see an acupuncturist. See an acupuncturist. And I know some of you don't have ready access to one. And there are individuals who contact Acupunctures My Life over the app to see if we can refer them to someone in their country nearby that's within the Acupunctures My Life network. And we do that more often than you think. But if nothing else, make acupuncture a part of your life, okay? Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?